Hello, Word Nerds! Happy Sunday, and welcome back to the Sunday Special, and welcome to 2016 and Season 3, and all of that crazy fun stuff. We are all so excited to be back, and we have a familiar face who has joined us once again. So, hello to Kaylin. We missed her terribly.
I missed you guys so much. It was a very long time away.
It was never the same without you, and you can never leave us again. So. And Erica is working today. Hopefully sometime soon we'll be able to get all 6 of us together in one place. Would be really, really nice, but not today. So
Works
for now,
retail, still the holidays.
One day. So yeah, kicking things off with just kind of a how was everyone's holidays and what was your favorite book of 2015. So if you guys want to let us know in the not real commenty things, because that's still not fixed, but there's a link to the discussion in the description of this chat, so you guys can chat with us there, and we'll keep an eye on that. So let us know what your favorite book of last year was, and we'll just kind of jump into that as we go along. So, Kaylin, how was your holidays, and what was your favorite book of 2015?
My holidays was pretty low-key. We actually spent both Christmas and New Year's home, which is like the first year that we've done it in a really long time. So it was just us hanging out. Santa came and visited and got me a brand new microphone, so that's why I don't sound like crap. But unfortunately, he didn't get me a new webcam, which is why I look very washed out. But
great.
Lots of stuff happening. But my favorite book of 2015, as if I can't say enough about it, is Simon versus the Homo sapiens Agenda from Becky Abatali. Like, seriously, if you haven't read it, read it, because it's amazing.
And Kaylin is our Simon Cowell, so she doesn't recommend books like if she recommends it, you should read it.
Is. Yeah, if I like it, I mean, apparently that doesn't happen as often as I thought it did.
All right. Erin, you're up next.
My vacation was very good. It was a little too long, I think. We were discussing
there's no such thing.
Pre-chat. I know, you would think that, right? Like, who complains about having too long a vacation? But I just feel like I'm very behind. Like, I have like 20 emails to answer, and I don't want to. I'm reluctant to get back to everything. I didn't write much because there was so much visiting and stuff going on, so... But no, it was, other than that, it was really good. I did get lots of books, so that was a very big plus. And then speaking of that, I think my favorite read of 2015 was actually not something that came out in 2015, but I just started reading the Grisha series. So I'm really addicted to that right now, and I also just bought Six of Crows as well, so I'm just on a Leah Bardugo binge right now. So yeah.
I love like the design of Six of Crows, like how the edges of the pages are flat. So cool.
So
I want to buy a copy just because it looks so cool. Like, I don't even know if I like it or not.
Great
but I want a
marketing on the publisher's part. So I
just want to be a successful enough author that they will do something like that to just one of my books.
Wow.
It doesn't have to be all. Just one.
Goals.
Yeah.
Emma?
Yeah, I had a good break. I've been off work like all week, which has been really nice. It's been a nice break. And I traveled a little bit. Went to Disney World. Yeah, it's been a good break all around. It's been relaxing, which has been nice. Lots of reading. My favorite book of 2015, I have 2 that I really loved, and I was debating between them. But I'm gonna go with
You're gonna take both of mine, aren't you? Okay.
I'm debating between 2, and I was like, Megan will probably pick the other one. So I'm gonna go with Wolf by Ryan Groudon, because it was amazing. It was better. I liked it more than I thought it would. Like, I thought it would be a good book, but I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna really enjoy this. But I got really into it. It was very good.
And Megan, you're the only one left.
Yay! Holidays were adequate.
Yay!
That sounds great.
That's the best you can ever hope for, though.
But I spent a lot of time with family, which was really fun. We ended up having my in-laws and my family all in one house for Christmas, which was crazy and stressful, but also fun. I didn't get a ton of books, but I scored big with nerdy fandom stuff. And I was really excited about it. I filmed my entire video for Tuesday. I hope that's interesting to people. Favorite book of 2015 was Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. And I'm so glad Emma didn't pick it because my
Early choice.
Is that out now? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
it is out now. It is
Because I just
beautiful.
remember you squeeing about it so much, and I was like, I have to read that like as soon as it comes out.
It is beautiful and amazing, and so creepy. I loved all the creepy.
And it's just I have
They did
a hard
to
copy
people's
of it.
dead bodies.
Like don't do an ebook, get a hard copy.
Yeah, don't do the ebook.
I had
Really?
to do ebook because it was an ARC when I first read it. But I bought a hard copy and it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, the format is amazing. Because it's hard to read parts of it if you're on an ebook because there's like little details and stuff. So
yeah, like there are parts where it's like the constellations and then like a winding
path of
snake
words.
little words around the page.
Reading the ebook, I was like
I was like on my phone.
I destroyed my eyes.
I'm thinking that would make for a pretty good book club pick once we get around to taking all those for the year.
I have a lot of feelings about that book.
I think Megan and I both asked for it to be a book club pick. Like, please.
We could do it like a little before the second one comes out or something.
It was an October release? November?
Yeah, it came out in October.
Yeah, so we can do it close to the second book, assuming it's a once-a-year thing. And then if it's creepy, it's good for Halloween anyway, and all that.
Yes. It is so creepy. Oh. I'm getting the feels thinking about it all
So
over
good.
again. It's been a really good year for sci-fi, because I also was kind of debating between This Shattered World, which I really liked as well. Kelly.
My holidays were pretty uneventful, which is just how I like them. Yeah, not much going on. Did a lot of reading because I finished up the year at 129 books.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wanted to hit 130, but Percy Jackson just slows me down every time. I don't like those books, but I'm determined to read them anyway.
That's how I was with them.
You're hilarious.
That's why I did audiobooks with them because I was like, I'm gonna read these.
Yeah. A couple days ago, or I guess January 3rd, we relaunched Write All Year, which was pretty exciting. So that has a new website now. And I've actually been writing since 2016 started, although I almost called it 2015. So that's been good too. And nothing really came to mind for my favorite book of last year. Like there was no like one big amazing standout. There was a lot of great books, which I guess makes it harder rather than easier. So I'm going to go with an adult title, and that is written and read by Anne Bishop, because she was my favorite author years and years ago, and I stopped reading her, and I put off reading her new series for some reason, and absolutely loved it. So that was a nice surprise. So yeah, does anyone have an eye on the comments?
I do. Let me just refresh it really quick. Newest first. Oh, we've got lots of people here.
Yay!
Thank you for joining us. We've got Ben, Season 3, smiley face with a hyphen nose. Tim, who needs sleep before work when the WordNerds are live? Smiley face with a D mouth.
I'm glad you're specifying the smiley face.
So you
What
can all
they're
get the
made up
visuals. Jody, you're back, yay! My favorite book of last year was a Wattpad story. It's called Before Sunday. And then of favorite published books, the After series by Anna Todd. Tim, holidays were mostly okay, normal smiley face. Fave book of 2015. Started reading Infinite by Erica Crouch.
Nice.
I was enjoying that. Much squeeing. Ben said best read for 2015 would be the Kate Daniels series by Ilona Andrews. Sauer said, OMG, she's back! Kaylin is back!
I'm never leaving again. Ever.
Can I get that in writing?
Well, I mean, technically I'm going to have a very small window of leave in June, but after that I will be back again.
We actually already talked about that. We're like, we guess she can take a little bit of time off later in the year if she
Reasons.
You have legitimate reasons.
Yes, I'm not just abandoning you guys.
And Rose is here. Had no shame dressing as Princess Leia for the new Star Wars movie over the break.
Nice.
Very
I
nice.
can't believe I didn't talk
so
about
wanted
that.
to do that.
Yeah.
My hair is
I
not
saw
long
it
enough.
twice over the break.
I still haven't seen it yet, okay?
Oh, no spoilers.
Yeah.
Then. Everyone's like, oh!
Yeah. It's a
Okay,
real
I've seen
issue.
it twice, so I've seen it for you already.
I'm going again to see it tonight. That's so cool.
Oh, West Coast.
I'm just
You
so
have so
sad
much
that my hair is too short to do the Princess Leia buns. Like, you really have to have, or like, it's also not thick enough.
It's a really thick hair.
You have to have
Might be able to
really
do
thick
it.
hair
I
or just
know.
add
Or
in
really
some
long hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
don't think there's a lot of real hair that can pull that off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just put like bagels on my head or something.
right? Like
Yeah,
cinnamon
like
buns,
the
like to the
soft
sides.
buns, but with bagels.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Why not?
And we've got Rose is excited for reading. Has been reading a lot more over the break and is excited to read The Night Circus,
Oh yes.
which I have not read, and I feel like that's a shame.
I have a copy of it that I keep meaning to read.
Same.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the type of book where it's good and you enjoy it, but you can't be distracted.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like Tolkien, where you get into it and you're like, I'm reading this, and nothing is getting in the way of that. You know, 'cause
Mhm.
and like the type of thing where I could have put it down, but the writing's beautiful.
Yeah, from the little bit of it that I've read, it didn't feel like the kind of book that I was just gonna fly through when I did
No.
read it. You know,
I
like
didn't
it's gonna
find
take
that
time.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've got Molly's here. Holidays were great because she got all the books she ordered, which totaled
Yay.
30 books.
Whoa,
jealous.
nice.
That is awesome.
Awesome.
That's a good Christmas or holiday.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kyra Krieger is here. Best read for 2015 was Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes.
That sounds familiar.
I want to read those.
Yeah.
I think that was the first one.
Taking notes right now.
I totally always am when people suggest
I usually
books.
have my Goodreads up, yeah, and I'm like, oh, what is that?
I have so many scribbled book titles all over my desk.
Yeah, I think I have one here, actually. The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes.
Yeah, I
Recommended
wrote
by
that down,
Kelly.
I just wrote down Illumini. How do you say that? The one you were just going on about.
Illuminate.
Illumine. Apparently, I wrote it down.
I like
wrong.
Illumini better. It sounds better.
Illumini.
Aluminum.
I think the best way to transition from here is the books you're most looking forward to for this year, like 2016 releases. I know there's a really obvious one for me that's coming out in like
2 days.
Yeah.
Sarah J. and Max has one. Is that it?
Someone in the comments, Blue Sky 649, is also excited for that book. It's Truth Witch by Susan Leonard.
Yes.
I'm so excited for this one.
Yes.
I'm worried about reading it because I know I'm just going to be dying to read book 2. So.
I'm also excited
There's
for.
so much hype, though.
I know that too. I'm like, there's so much hype. What if I don't like it?
Yeah, exactly.
I had to like unfollow like accounts that were like her street team for those books because I got to the point where I was like, I don't want to read it. I like, unfollow everything.
So much hype.
Again. Yeah, I like got annoyed. I was like, I can't follow any of this anymore.
Because you kept seeing it, you mean?
Yeah, because I saw so much of it.
It is, like, especially on Twitter, like, I've seen it multiple times every single day. So.
Yeah. And it was like,
she's
like a
got
combination
some,
of. Yeah, she has a really good street team. But
yeah,
it
some
was too- it
hardcore
was too much
fans
for
and
me.
some really good writing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a perfect storm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my Secret Santa pre-ordered it for me.
Yes, they do.
I'm so excited.
I'm also excited the same day as Truth Witch, Alexandra Bracken's Passenger comes
Passenger,
out.
yes. I'm excited for that one. And I'm excited for the first Library Jumpers book by Brenda Drake.
Yes.
Oh yes, yes,
I've
yes.
been waiting.
I have the arc of that. I haven't gotten very
forever.
far in it.
Like,
Very
I
excited
feel-
for that.
Okay, so on my Goodreads, like it says the date added. I added this book in 2013. Like,
Dang.
I mean, Brenda's really big in the writing community, so it's like I heard of the book, I'm like, wow, this sounds amazing. But I know she has some trouble with, getting to the road and getting here, and I'm like, and it comes out on the 5th, which is like 2 days away, and I'm very excited. And for her,
It comes out that soon?
yep, it says January
I'm
5th.
excited. Okay, I'm gonna order that.
It's called Thief of Lies.
It needs to be
I have the
shipped.
I
arc.
don't know
I need to
anything about
finish
what
it.
it's about. Like, I have an arc as well, and I haven't started it. I'm just like, libraries in the title and the cover's purple. I'm interested.
I know.
just don't actually know what's about.
It's like, even me, like, I've been waiting so long to read it, I don't know exactly what it's about.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I remember being
beautiful
very
looking.
interested when
I
read
remember the
this.
present, the whole idea of it was awesome. Brenda's awesome, so I'm like, I'll take my
Yeah.
chances and read it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically like people who can travel between like these big libraries in the
Yeah.
world, and they like
Okay,
fight
that's
on them.
all I need to know. That
Right?
sounds amazing. Oh,
I feel like there's a lot of traveling through like time and space stuff, because I know another big one that I'm excited for is The Girl from Everywhere by I think it's like
I had that
Heidi
on my list
Heilig
too,
or
yeah.
something. I'm
Yeah,
really
I keep
I've
hearing about
I've
that.
heard so much good stuff about that book.
Silence as we all open
Oh,
book
yeah.
release
True,
list.
yeah.
Kelly.
Well, what by Sarah J. Maas
Oh,
is coming out? There's something
She
coming
has
out.
2 this year. She has
Yeah.
the next Throne of Glass book and the next Court of Thorns and Roses book.
Man. I didn't
When
read
is Court of
the
Thorns and
Roses.
Roses?
I don't know how
The
she
sequel to
writes that
Court of Thorns and
fast.
Roses should be in May, I think, and then Throne of Glass in the fall. Yeah.
I'm
Get
so
it?
excited.
I still
so
haven't
in-
read Queen of Shadows, though. I need to read it.
Me neither. I haven't read
Okay,
either.
I'm saving it because I know I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like angry for the next book. Like, why isn't it out yet? So
Yes.
if I figure if I can save it for long enough, I won't have too much of a wait.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's hard though. Like, it's.
I know.
Find a balance between reading books when they come
It's
out.
right
people
there.
talking about them.
Yeah.
It's tempting me.
It also like it's hard for me to like stay enthusiastic about series sometimes now. Like it used to be like I was able to wait I waited like 3 years for Order of the Phoenix and was still excited for it the whole time. And now like it's like a 1 year wait, and by the time I'm like really excited, and by the time it comes out I'm like, I'll read it at some point.
Yeah.
Like, super impatient now. And I know that's the issue of, like, instant gratification nowadays, but it's like,
Plus also I'm
I'm
just
gonna
reading
wait.
so many books that like waiting for Order of the Phoenix, I just read the other Harry Potter books over and over again until it came out. You know, but now I read like a ton of other things, so by the time the next one comes out, I'm like, I'm moved on to other things by now.
Well, I've almost forgotten what happened in the last.
I always
one by
that's
the time
my
it
that's
comes
my
out.
biggest issue. Like, I really, all right, so I got Lainey Taylor's A Daughter of Smoke and Bones series for Christmas last year in 2014, and we read the first book for book club, and I fell in love with it, and I want to read the other two so bad. Look, I even have a wishbone necklace because I never remember that aspect of the book, and I don't remember a lot of what happened, so it's like
Yeah.
now I have to reread that one to go into the other two, which
That's
it's
the
not a bad
issue.
problem.
No,
but
but
it's
the thing is, you
time,
don't
it's like-
necessarily. Yeah, exactly. You don't necessarily have all this time to invest in reading like the last one or the last 2 books. And I did that with this City of. See, I don't even remember the title now. The Cassandra.
Mortal Instrument.
Yeah, honestly,
Mortal
I
Instruments
dropped off.
series.
I read the original trilogy, and then when Heavenly Fire I think came out, it was like, I want to read you, but I don't
Yeah,
really remember anything that
exactly.
happened in the first 3.
I would have to reread all of the whole series, which I'm just like, I look
Yeah.
at it and I'm like, I don't have time. I have other books that I want to read, and
The last one, though, it's a very, very long book and kind of difficult to get through. But it did do a pretty good job of recapping anything that you may have forgotten.
Really?
It's like, as you know, blah, 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 blah.
Really? See, and usually, like, when you binge read a series, that gets on my nerves.
Yeah.
But going back now, like,
Yeah.
so that's why they do it.
Yeah.
I've basically
Like
gotten
me.
I've gotten to this point where like I know I don't have time to reread like the other books before I read the new book, so I'll just like go into a new book. I'm like, I don't remember anything about the last one, but I'll remember as it
I
goes.
liked
And
it.
there was something I read recently. I don't remember what it was, but I was reading like the next book in the series. It had been a while, and I was like, I don't remember any of this, and I just so like the author could have completely changed the story. Like the author could have like said things about the previous book that didn't actually happen, and I would have just accepted that. I'd be like, okay, that happened in the last one. Like, I have no idea. That sounds right. Okay.
What I've been trying to do, but don't always have the willpower to pull off, is not starting the first book in the series until the last book in the series is less than a year away, so I can read the whole series within a year and then don't have to reread. It's just, I don't know.
I want too much to be a part of like the hype of when the series is coming out that I don't want to wait until the end.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm the same way. I want to get excited about it. That drives me nuts with TV shows too, because I don't have cable. I have to wait till it comes on Netflix where I can buy it on in the box set. But then by then everyone stopped talking about it. I'm like, I wanted to join into the Twitter conversation when people were watching it and they were hyped about it. Now I'm sad. You know? Sucks.
Oh.
Well, if you watch Once Upon a Time, I'm always hyped about it. So it can be 2 years later, and I'm still excited about that episode. So you know.
That's why I was really excited when Sense8 and Jessica Jones both came on Netflix because everyone was watching it at the same time. I'm like, I have Netflix, I can do this. I'm so happy.
Then you watch it all in like one day, and there's nothing for a year.
There's a binge watch. I have a binging problem.
I watched Kimmy Schmidt all in 2 days, and then I was like, no, I have to wait a year for the next season.
Isn't it coming out soon though?
Yes.
There's another one coming.
Hormones.
Yes. Very exciting.
We have some more comments. Let me refresh it one more time so I make sure I get all of them. We've got Jody is about to buy Erin's book. Saw it on Barnes & Noble. We've got a few people excited about Truth Witch. Sabra's favorite book of 2015 was Eve the Awakening by Jenna Moreci. Moreci?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I just watched her video on how to pronounce it really recently, too. She's also a vlogger. If you haven't heard of her, you should check her out. Her videos are awesome. Let's see. Susan is here on the tablet. Christmas was quiet. Favorite book was The Martian.
It was a good one.
I just finished the audiobook. It was good.
Yeah. We've got one of our viewers right now, Ben, has a book called Cursed Gods coming out in late January.
Ooh.
So check that out. Yeah.
Nice.
This I feel like is interesting, and I want to hear what books everyone else is excited to write too. But Rose is excited to write a book that's an Alice in Wonderland type thing, but like a more gritty, raw type of Alice in Wonderland, known as Almost Alice. ... Almost.
Cool.
Cool.
Does anyone have any projects they're excited to write this year?
I'm excited to finish this project that I've been working on for over a year. Like I've been absent from here, but I also haven't read anything or written anything since I pretty much was absent. Like I have done nothing. I've had no motivation for anything. I mean, I've had a lot of stuff occupying my mind, but I actually sat down on January 1st and I'm like, all right, I'm going to use Kelly's awesome spreadsheet and start the year fresh, and I'm going to try to stick to some type of a writing goal every day.
Awesome.
So I wrote a little bit.
Moving in the right direction.
So I'm excited to write anything at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, I have a lot that I'm really excited about. Some of them I'm not allowed talking about, which is annoying right now. But I am really excited to finish the book that I was working on for Nano last year, because right about the time that I was ready to write the climax, all of the stuff sort of piled on me at once, the stuff that I can't talk about. So I'm going to try, before I start anything else, this is really confusing trying to explain it, but before I start anything else, I'm going to try to finish, because I was right at the climax, like literally as everything was about to kind of like explode and be exciting, I had to put it aside to concentrate on other stuff.
And became exciting.
Yes, exactly, which is really weird. That never happens to me. So I really want to work on that before I get started on other stuff. So I'm just going to finish it, the rough draft.
Yeah. If you missed that video, though, Erin has an agent.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that was one of the exciting things. That I can talk about. So, yeah. That was something that really got put aside so I could be excited about that and start working. I have to start working on revisions for the one she offered on. So Yes, that's very exciting. Yay.
So exciting.
Yes, that was one of the things. Much excite.
I think I'm like Kaylin. I'm excited to finish the project that I'm working on now because I have other ideas that I'm really excited about, but I don't want to abandon this story.
No.
Yeah.
I've had so
Kelly
many
won't let me.
ideas.
Shiny new
So many.
ideas.
Yeah, I'm excited because I had the one project that I got really close to finishing, and then I just like lost motivation for a while, and I set it aside to like try working on something else, and now I'm like ready to get back to it. So I'm excited to finish that. And then I also like I want to I don't know if I'll write it this year, but I want to start developing an idea for a story with pirates because I just really want to write something with pirates. I've been wanting to for a while, and I think I want to do something with like a like girl who becomes like a bookkeeper for pirates. So she's like not the pirating type. She's like the smart one, like keeping the money for them. And it's
I like it.
Yeah.
Be pirate bookkeeper.
Well, you know, this is like a binding thing, so like we heard it,
Now
so
I
you
have
have
to
to
Now
write
you
it.
have to write it.
I have to read that.
It's the rule.
It's required. Even if it's just like a crappy like Pirates of the Caribbean fan fiction, I'll give it to you guys. Like, here you go.
Elizabeth Swan does the bookkeeping for the Pirates of the Caribbean. That sounds great. No, seriously, I would read that.
Writing this romance is killing me, you guys. I'm so over writing romance. I need to not be over it because that's important in a lot of the books I've written.
How far along are you on this one?
I'm a little over halfway through.
So you can't.
It sounds
be
like
sick
a
of it.
pregnancy question. Like, how far along are you?
I'm only asking writers this, though.
Yeah. But I haven't written it in ages, which probably isn't helping. I need to just sit down and do it.
That's how my contemporary is.
Yeah, contemporaries, man.
It's hard.
I really want to make that a live chat soon.
Yes.
Contemporary.
Struggles.
Maybe once we finish it.
That was the problem with vacation, though. That's what I was complaining about. Vacation was too long because I spent too long not writing and not getting back to my projects, and now I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to kind of start almost over again, where you have to get yourself back into the mindset of writing that project you abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
That was my issue.
That was kind of January 1st for me. I'm like, I put this off for long enough. I just have to do it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I spent so much time on Etsy on the supernatural section. Like nothing. And I looked at curtains a lot because I need new curtains for my office.
Those are two very different sections of
Not if you do it right.
supernatural curtains. All right.
All my neighbors are like, why does she have pentagram curtains?
Oh. Yeah, my mom comes over like, what are these?
Oh yeah.
You're going to hell. About that.
It's gonna be fun there. We'll all be there.
I'm so excited for tomorrow, though, because that is finally back to the routine. So I could sit at my desk and be like, time to write.
Oh, man. Tomorrow I have to go to work. I'm not excited for that.
Aw, not that
Tomorrow
part.
I'm driving home. But I have this great fear that my boss thinks that I'm not doing enough work, which was exacerbated by the fact that most of the last 2 weeks I could not do any work. So I'm kind of excited to get back and be like, I'm worth paying. Please don't hire
But did your boss know you had legitimate medical issues? Like,
Yeah.
I
think
emailed
you're
him from
okay.
the hospital, so
Yeah.
That's dedication right there.
yeah. Like, please see how dedicated I am. Actually, technically, Jared emailed him for me from the hospital.
You have an excuse.
'Cause
You're okay.
morphine makes you not care about anything.
Who needs
That's
work?
what I got from this experience. Yeah. Tim's project that he's excited to work on is called the Magician's Court series, and he's super psyched for it. And
Cool,
Molly's
Sammy.
excited to finish writing her story, Black Tide, hopefully by the end of the month, so that she can dive into a new story about werewolves, witches, and fairies. And pirates. She said Black Tide is
Yay!
giving me some pirates just don't cooperate very well. So, pirates, man.
Those pirates.
Saber asked, is Kaylin going to be posting any videos on here? Yes! Kaylin is back,
I'm back.
all the way.
I'm fully 100%
realsies.
back. Yes. No takebacks. I think I have Thursday this week, so you'll be seeing my face this Thursday.
Yeah, I gotta
Speaking
figure out.
of
the
Thursday. Oh, I meant to email you guys. I have a calendar.
Okay, good. I don't know what's going on anymore.
You're either Friday or Saturday, though, I think.
Aaron should be Friday. 'cause
You're
he's bad
around me.
Saturday.
You're either before or after me. I can't remember.
I'm Friday.
Yeah. The Google Doc calendar.
She's
still
before
works.
me. She's between you and me, Kaylin, so she's
Okay.
Friday. I'm
Cool.
Saturday.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
That's-
all on the Google Calendar thing. I think
Okay.
Yes.
Right. That's on my phone, so I get an
Yeah.
email.
You needed to get it to email you like before the actual day.
Yeah, the day before.
like the week of. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Speaking of WordNerd Days, we've got some changes coming starting this week. We've got updated intros.
That are amazing. Like, they're so cool. I watched all of them.
Oh, good. I was like, as I was making it, I was really afraid that you guys would think they were too cheesy, and you'd be like, "Get rid of all of it."
Like, she's
Well, I
out
watched
of
the
here.
first one.
We don't want her anymore.
I was just gonna watch the Monday one because I'm like, oh, they'll all be the same. But then like I saw like the splat, and I'm like, that's really cool. So I just started watching all of them. It was at like 3 in the morning or something. Like I couldn't sleep.
So the intros will look very similar, but they have some animations at the end, and all new headshots, all new us doing things.
Everyone's hair is the appropriate length in the headshot.
Yeah.
Right?
Our hair is all glorious.
Appropriate colors and lengths.
Yeah. We've got a new outro. No annotations because we're so bad at annotations. But our outros will say what the next week's Sunday special will be about. So every video you watch, you'll be able to get a reminder about that. And Wednesdays are different. Does someone want to talk about Wednesdays?
As the person who hated Wednesdays before the most. So before we did Wordplay Wednesdays, which was like
We all
the
hate.
nitty gritty of writing like grammar and all of that awful stuff. So now, sticking with alliteration, it's going to be Word Nerd Wednesdays. So every week it'll be one of us giving you an update on all of our own stuff, just to let you guys know what projects we're working on and what's going on. And it's every 6 weeks, so we don't have to well, it's every week, but we individually be doing them every 6 weeks. So it's going to be a bit of news and interesting stuff, we hope. But either way, it should be a lot of fun, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. Erica will be kicking that off this week. I'm really curious what she has to say, because she's been doing a lot of working at retail goodness. So
Yeah.
I'm sure she has
And this
some
will
awesome
also-
stories.
Yeah. And this will also
Retail.
be a good chance, like Wednesdays will be a good check-in day for everyone to just kind of
Mhm.
come together, share what you're working on, share how your word counts are going for the week. Hopefully just get a lot of interaction going on so that we can kind of get to know each other even better, you know?
Well, it can
And a
even
lot of
be,
motivation too.
I was
Yeah.
just about to say, it
Comes
can
up
even
to
be
it.
like a
Yeah.
check-in for everyone. Like, hey, log in what you've been up to, what you're working on, what your word count is. You know, accountability check almost. So
Mm-hmm.
So every
I
day
know
I
that'll
sit
be fun.
down, I'm going to be like, all right, I need to write this many words because otherwise I'm going to look like a fool when I'm on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I need to say a decent number of words written in the past month.
I can't say I wrote 100 words in the last 6 weeks.
exactly.
And we got a lot of great feedback in the survey. Thank you so much to everyone who took that. It was so, so, so useful. We're going to be using a lot of your Sunday special suggestions for sure. There were a lot of book suggestions, so you'll see some of those books this year. And just a lot of really good feedback that we're going to try and implement, you know, making sure that we're also in the comment section more after the videos are posted and I think someone mentioned sometimes we get excited and talk over each other. So we're going to try not to do that.
I can make no promises about that.
Yeah, the key right there is
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
Trying is going to be a big one.
Sometimes
And
the
it-
excitement is too much.
Yeah. It's also hard with like internet lag times and not being able to see each other's
yeah.
faces. Because we talked about this when we were in Charleston and we were in the same place. We didn't talk over each other as much because we could actually see each other's body language better and tell who was about to talk. So,
Real life, we're not as rude to each other.
It's my turn. It's my turn
or
to talk.
possibly we're more rude to each other. Who knows?
Oh, maybe.
There's a lot more hitting involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fighting.
Yeah.
There's that.
Swearing and
Megan would just lock herself in the bathroom for hours so no one
Yeah.
could use it. You know?
I'm just in there like screaming so no one can get anything done. Oh, goodness gracious. If you didn't have the chance to take the survey and you still have something you want to suggest to us, feel free to put that in the discussion section now. We are also going to be implementing one write-in on Sundays per month, as well as one weekday write-in per month. Weekday may rotate. We're still figuring out when the weekday one is going to be so that we can get as many word nerds there as possible because it's just more fun when there's lots of us there. But we'll let you know as soon as we know something about that.
Yeah. We're also going to try to pick all of our book club picks like the entire year in advance so you have as much possible notice to read everything. Can we go ahead and announce our pick for this month? Are we all pretty much set on that?
Yeah.
So,
I hate it.
I knew you would be.
I protest. Oh, Caitlin's giving
There
it
we
away.
go. Got it over there.
Right,
So-
all of them are right on my desk. They're like within arm's reach all the time.
Of course.
Mine are on my Harry Potter shelf.
Too far away.
We even have a little mini Harry
Oh my God! It's a bobblehead.
and Hermione. Well, it's the Funko Pop.
I want to start collecting those so badly. I think it's
Yes.
like
So
every
cute.
time I publish a book, I can get one. Otherwise, I'll go ridiculous and just get everything.
Yeah. But we're doing Harry Potter this month because
Why not?
January.
It's
It's
Harry
short
Potter.
notice.
Sorcerer/Philosopher's Stone. Depending
Harry
on
Potter is the best Christmas book.
I watched all the movies while I was on vacation, so
Oh yeah,
I'm excited.
yeah. We had
I got
Harry Potter weekend here on a ABC Family, so it was literally on the entire weekend. We watched which one was it? I think it was Order of the Phoenix, like at least 3.2 times or something.
The only way to vacation.
It's been ages since I've read the first book. Like I think Goodreads is saying it's been since 2009, which seems crazy, but
Yeah.
I
read it last year, I think.
Sort of like reading it fresh again. So hopefully that's.
The problem is, like, I keep going to read it, and then I get, like, probably 1 or 2 chapters in, and then I'm like, there's something really exciting I haven't read before, and I'm like, oh, I'll pick it up afterwards. So I think I've read the first chapter probably, like, 2 times last year. I was like, I'm going to start it again.
Yeah. Like, this would be a good reason for us to do it. Like, the
Yeah.
accountability of- And I got the illustrated edition for Christmas, so I'm going to read that. I'm, like, excited to read that one anyway, so this gives me a reason to spend
I didn't
time
even know
reading
there is an illustrated edition.
It came out really recently.
I'll go get my copy.
Yes, please.
It's beautiful.
I need to see this.
I
Oh,
may
it's-
use this as an excuse to buy it because I
Me
really
too.
want it.
My mom
I'm
got me one
excited.
for Christmas and my dad one for Christmas, and my dad was all like, "Oh, I don't want this." I'm like, "Are you crazy?"
Send it to me. Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
So it came out in October, and they're doing one per year. Like, every October they're going, I think it was October, they're going to release one. So it'll be like before where you have to wait for them. But yeah, it's fully illustrated.
But- And it's the whole book, right? Nothing.
The whole book, yeah.
I
And it
can't
has,
imagine how big like.
it has a red bookmark.
Aw.
I know, by the time you get to like the
That's-
fifth book, it's going to be crazy.
I have
it's
no
so
idea
pretty.
how they do that. Like,
I love it.
They may have to release like 2 separate books,
For real.
and you like buy them together or something.
This is Hagrid's cabin.
Oh,
I'm so excited.
it's beautiful.
And I got it on like Black Friday, and I had like a discount code for Barnes and Noble, and it was on sale already, and so like it was like under $20 when I bought it, so it wasn't
Yeah.
terrible.
How much is it normally?
Retail price in the U.S. is $40.
But I think you can get it on Amazon for
Yeah, if you get
like
it on
half.
Amazon or like Barnes & Noble's website, it's already cheaper to begin with. So.
I want
They're
it.
sold out apparently on Amazon.
Yeah, they've been sold out for.
Rude.
I think
Item
since
is
like Black
only
Friday they sold
available
out.
from third-party sellers, and the third-party sellers are starting at $80. So I would
Oh.
to get it in a store somewhere.
Good
Yeah, I think they sold out on like Black Friday and they haven't been able to restock
Mhm.
since then.
Mm-hmm.
Just luckily I bought my copy that day.
So yeah, then we'll figure out the rest of our books very, very soon, so you guys will have lots of time to read.
Yeah, we'll release the list over probably on our Facebook and our Tumblr.
I may even make a video of just like the list and the covers, just so we can keep referencing back to it. If you want to see what we're reading, just go here.
Yeah. That way, hopefully, you can all have a ton of time to read the ones you're interested in, and then join in with us.
Join us.
I'll put that at the end of the book.
I hear yelling. I hear yelling behind someone.
Can you hear it? I was worried about my new mic and that it's probably my child being put to bed.
It's so good. It's picking up all the surroundings. Sounds.
Yeah, it is. Like it has a gain on it, and I thought if I turned it all the way down, it wouldn't pick it up because her room's right on the other side here. But
it's faint. You're good.
okay.
We've got a question from Janessa. She's so excited to write the first book in a series. It plans to self-publish it and want it out in the world by the end of next January. Do you think this is a realistic goal?
Yes.
Next January, yeah. Mm-hmm. Totally.
Over on my personal channel this year, I'm actually doing, I tried it last year, but it kind of exploded, building a book, which is basically covering the entire self-publishing process from writing a book to publishing a book and editing, marketing, and all of that. And so I'm covering it over the course of a year, so I 110% believe that it's doable. Ideally, I'd like to have mine out by the end of this year, so.
Yeah. You guys could, like, or you could do it, like, along with Kelly. Like.
It'd be fun.
I was gonna say you and me both, but it's just the writing part that's the problem. Must write more.
Does anyone have any, like, particular writing goals? Or goals?
Resolutions? Did anyone actually make resolutions? I didn't.
I tried Jenna Moressi's quarterly goals. Came up with stuff I want to finish just by March, so I'm not looking like too far ahead, and just kind of came up with like some of it's totally random, but
I did my Goodreads reading challenge, and that's the farthest I've gotten in goals.
I haven't really set too many. Like, I mean, I have one very obvious one that isn't really in my control, but I definitely want to do my videos a week ahead of time. Like, I was gonna have one in the bank. That way I'm not so rushed every week to get it done. Because that was a big part of why I had to set back, was because with everything going on, and it was like, I can't focus on this right now because it's due right now, and it's like, so I need to take time, like, I want to try and do it every Monday. That's
smart.
Mm-hmm. And then hopefully get some writing done in there somewhere, too.
Before the Wednesday video.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I have Wednesday this week.
Every 6 weeks on a Tuesday, it's gonna be like, I gotta write.
10K Tuesday.
Yeah. I think my goals were, because I will have actual like deadlines this year, it's not so much as like writing goals, but scheduling goals, because I was notoriously bad last year for, like, I would sit down and write a certain amount, and then I would get up and then get distracted, or I don't know. So I think, like, if I actually say, okay, I'm sitting down for 2 hours, I'll get way more done rather than just allowing my, and no social media distractions. That is a huge thing that I have to do.
I actually got a good idea for that from a podcast I was listening to. I think it was Author Strong, but the guy suggested setting up a second user on your computer just for writing, so you don't have Scrivener or Word or whatever you use, and don't log into any of your social media. I didn't even put Chrome on it, so it doesn't have any of my links. It just has Internet Explorer, which I never want to use. So it's just it's kind of a distraction-free writing space. I haven't used it much yet, but I'm really excited about it because I'm so bad about I've got two screens, so I can be writing over here. I'll just go Twitter over here, and then it all crumbles.
I like that idea, and I do the same thing with turning off the Wi-Fi, but then it's I'll be in it, and it's good 10 minutes in nonstop, and then my phone will go off, and I'm must check the phone, and by the time you check whatever just popped up, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I hopped over to Pinterest, and then I get lost for hours.
It's how did I get here?
Right.
Yes, that's so the problem. Well, even occasionally I would keep Facebook up, and then it makes that really loud ding noise every time anyone does anything on there, and it's now I know something's going on over on Facebook.
But odds are it is something completely irrelevant to
usually
that guy you went to high school with posted a picture of that person you never met.
So exciting.
Yeah.
I set a goal last year to write 2 books and revise 1 book. And it came so close. If I had just finished the second half of my book, I would have met that goal. So I think I'm going to have that same goal again. 2 books, 1 revisions. So.
Are you going to call it 2.5 books with the one you've already half written? Or are you going to
Yeah, finish this one. Yeah. 2 new projects, revision on an old project.
I'd like to do the same thing that I wanted to do last year, but I didn't make it. I want to finish this one and then either start on a new project just to get it going, but either way, I want to be completely done with this one, including revisions, by November. That way I can start NaNoWriMo with a very new project, because I really liked doing that. And I have to keep that momentum up, because it's the biggest part of being unmotivated is being in that routine of writing all the time, and then you stop writing, getting back into it.
It's
so
hard.
much harder.
Yeah.
Before I stopped, I had everything figured out. I was like, all right, I switched the genders of my 2 main characters. I decided to write in third person, which is very unlike me. And now that I'm diving back in, it's I'm having that anxiety all over again. I want to change it. Do I change the genders back? Am I going to write in first person?
Yeah.
I do both. And it's I'm having to do that all over again because it just doesn't feel right yet.
Yeah.
That's hard. I almost have to, if I'm getting back into something after a long time, I have to do a lot of reading before I can get back in. Normally, if I'm just coming back after a day of not writing, I can just read the last page. But it's almost half the book I have to read, because I'm okay, what's happening? What did I want to do with that plot point? Get back into the voice, and it's hard.
I found sometimes if I come back fresh and I just don't even look and I just keep going, sometimes it works out really, really well.
That might be a good idea. I'm always scared, though, that my voice will suddenly be different or something. Because I have, maybe there are some writers that just have one voice for every book they write, but I don't. I feel especially middle grade versus young adult, or I have very different voices in that. And I'm what if I accidentally slip into my middle grade voice or something? I don't know. It's probably paranoid. Yeah, that's true. Fair point. But I don't know. What if you write I don't know. I don't want to write 5,000 words and then be oh, it's all in the absolute wrong voice.
Yeah.
That would
voice
suck.
is something. Yeah. Well, voice is something that you can only fix so much without erasing the whole thing.
Without just starting over.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why it's so hard to explain what voice is if someone isn't sure. I don't know. It's your whole book.
I don't know, but I know when it's not right.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I'm sure we'll talk about that this year. Try and pin down what it is. Or how to describe it.
I feel like you did a video about it, didn't you? Megan, you did.
I probably did.
About voice. I'm pretty sure. But
that sounds like something I would do.
It could definitely be a whole chat topic for sure, though.
I think someone actually suggested that, so we will probably do it.
When you're getting feedback about your voice, it's frustrating, especially if you're not really sure what they're talking about or how to change it.
Well, is there anything else anyone wants to cover before we disappear again for really just a few hours? I have my video ready to go. So.
Be excited,
So.
everyone!
Yeah, excited.
Season 3.
And it's the beginning of the year. That means you can go out and buy a calendar now and do your writing calendar for the entire year, which is the best. Like, it's
Very
so much
exciting.
more refreshing to start at the beginning of the year instead of like ripping out pages because you're a few months in. So
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you don't write for a couple months in the middle of the year,
Right.
it's like, I haven't written for months. But right now, it's like, oh, last year doesn't matter. I haven't written for 3 days.
I get really excited every time at the start of a new year because I get to open a new day planner, and this time it's a Star Wars one.
C-3PO.
Yeah, I love how he's all like, "Oh no," on the front of it for some reason. But yeah, it's cute. So I'm excited. That was a Christmas present.
All right, I guess that is a wrap. Thank you guys all so much for joining us. This was a lot of fun, and it is so great to be back. It is double great to be back with Kaylin. So
Yes.
I think I'm going to spend the next month being excited that you're back. So yeah, we will be back next week with a topic that we've already decided, but I don't have anywhere. Does anyone have that?
Next week, we are talking about... I have it.
And if Megan tells us, she does it in song, so it's just better this way.
It'll be a musical.
Doing this to me. Next week, the topic is about self-editing.
I was
Perhaps I can go
going through the email.
We're all trying to believe
It's
So,
a topic we got a lot of requests for, so we figured we'd jump right in with it because it's something pretty much every writer has to deal with constantly.
And it's
So-
I
one
can't
of
believe
my
she wrote a nano novel. This
Yeah.
is probably about the time.
And it's one of my favorite parts of the process to hear other people's process, because it's one of those things where you never know like what you're missing out on. So like
Yeah.
once you hear something someone else is doing, you're like, wow, that's a really great idea. I'm going to try that. Because especially when editing, anything new to spice something up gets that motivation going again and that initial spark of inspiration. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, so self-editing next week, Harry Potter at the end of the month, and we will see you all throughout the week with our regular videos. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you very, very soon. Bye.
Bye.